Hello everybody, my name is the Radman and this is Farming Simulator 2015, I think it's episode 11. And right now we are harvesting some hay, or I'm going to show you guys how you can make pretty easy money. Let's just take a look at the Moco real quick, get our lights on. Oh nice, it has little backlights. They're a little bit off of the actual lights, I think. Let's see, so we have press mouse button for additional controls. Oh, right click. Oh, right click tilts it and stuff. Yeah. Okay, I think that's not even at all. So I think if we put it out here, yeah, eventually it'll come up and be, so as we go along one side, we'll be swathing one pass inward. Which is actually, that's cool that they included that, because that's actually how real swathers work. We have up and down, the springs work. Looks like this is a really well made mod. We'll see how well it cuts. Looks like it cuts fine. So yeah, what we're going to be doing this episode, guys, is swathing most of the hay around the shop and baling and selling it for profit. So I actually, the wheat is all ready to harvest, but I decided not to do another harvesting episode of wheat because I'm almost thinking about, until I upgrade the combine, to just quit doing episodes of me harvesting the wheat. Oh, look at that. It actually, I didn't notice that before. It actually puts it in a windrow, which is nice because that's another thing real swathers do, at least in America. And it looks like if you turn, if you're careful, yeah, you don't miss the sides. Another nice thing, which is pretty actually hard to do with a real swather. Which I've driven a Moco like this, which is why I wanted to get this mod. I think that's actually almost the same size as the one I've driven. But anyway, we'll do an entire lap around and then we'll drop it off and get the tedder. And I'll show you guys about hay harvesting. Once we get our lap finished, you gotta be careful turning like this because yeah, you can actually pretty easily miss with this type of swather if you're not too careful. And then we'll finish that off. There we go. We'll lift it back up and turn it off and move it right there. Oh, went places without me. I need to move the bale trailer. I was originally going to do it like right here, but I decided against it because of the simple fact that there's hills, and some equipment doesn't like hills, and I wasn't sure how well these mods would work, because the only in-game piece of equipment I believe is this tedder. So yeah, and then we turn it on. Well, that's cool. It's actually kind of freeform. But yeah, you can see it spreads it out. So rather than having like a drying mechanic where you have to wait like a certain amount of time, Farming Simulator does hay by just having it so that it's green when you cut it, and you have to use a tedder on it. And as you can see, the less, like, we were only getting the very edge. As you can see, the more that you are taking in, like along that path, the more comes out behind the tedder. But yeah, you do have to tedder all your hay, which is why the tedders are so much bigger than the mowers. Just because it'll take you a month of Sundays if you have a really big swather but have a tiny tedder. And if I say a month of Sundays, that means 4 days, because there's either 4 or 5 Sundays in a month. So yeah. Which is ironically about how long it took me to harvest the potatoes. And yeah, we're going to see how much money we can make, because I want to see how long it'll take me to get a return on my investment. Sorry, I've had a financial literacy class. I keep talking in terms like, finance terms because of it. Okay, that's good. We can fold her back up so she's out of the way. And this is all the steps you have to do to actually harvest hay, by the way. I don't think there's any way to shortcut the tedder unless you somehow got two mods, like a tedder and a rake, a windrower, that were the same size, and then like what do you have to do? I think if you got like a same sized windrower and tedder, you could potentially chain them together, but I'm not actually sure how well that would work out for you. And we'll try and get most of this in the same windrow. Might have to come do another pass though. And yeah, this final windrow is what you will drive over with your baler. And we'll do, oh, we're so close, but I don't want to miss on the other side either. So yeah, if we had harvested all that, we would have had more windrows than just this one outer one. But yeah, it looks like because it's, since it's not like a hitch and trailer type, it looks like we can actually pretty easily stay on the right path with it, which is good. Because I've seen tedders that go like 10 feet swinging everywhere when you're trying to make the windrows, and it makes it really hard to pick it up with the baler. And for some reason, this grouping kind of stayed, you know, grouped. This windrow stayed a little more grouped. And yeah, we're gonna be picking up that right next to the building. And there we go. Didn't really want to go in the cab view. I'll turn that off. Oh, that's cool. I like its little fold animation. I think so far the John Deere is the only one without a fold animation. That's because it's a swather. Let's go see how the baler works. Yeah, so this episode is going to be more haymaking based. Because I have to actually go harvest the wheat eventually. But since I slowed down time, I don't really have to worry about it. Let's see, B3. Okay, it picked it up. Had a little bit of lag as it processed it. But yeah, works fine. Looks like it fills up pretty quickly, which is actually a really good thing in mods. Oh my gosh, look at that hitbox. So with this particular baler, the hitbox isn't something you'll have to worry about. It looks like the mod maker, I don't know if it's intentional, but the hitbox is not the mouth of the baler, which I almost like, because if you're a little bit of a not so good driver, why are you not picking that up? You were picking it up like 10 seconds ago. Yeah, if you're not like that good of a driver in Farming Sim, you can still actually, you know, make hay with it. When I say hay making, that means the process of cutting and baling hay. If you look on YouTube for hay making, you'll find quite the amount of interesting videos of how people make hay on their farms. And those are tiny bales. That's the one thing I was worried about with this. And I haven't saved, so we could actually, you know, we could get rid of this. Except I think I'd have to resell, like, the barley and stuff from last episode. Because I put this right on the back of last episode because I decided to see how much the bales would sell for first. A random patch of grass, I think that was from when we set it down. Now we'll go see. The most important thing of this, though, is whether or not this trailer will accept those bales. Because if it won't, then I have to go out and either find a new mod and just plan on outmoding. That's what I call it when I'm going to be replacing something. I'll either have to outmode that baler or sell enough stuff to get a new baler. Oh my gosh, that was so close. Yeah, got most of the grass. That's good. I think that bale actually should be the right size. Please pick up, please. Yes! Oh my gosh, I don't know why I was so worried, but I was just terrified that that wouldn't load the bale. But now what we can do is, if we spend another $25,000 eventually, obviously I don't have $25,000 right now, I'll actually run this up to the shop, and I want to see how much one bale sells for, because I haven't sold a bale in a while. But yeah, it looks like they made a pretty smart mod. It actually waits for the bale. I've seen ones where it kind of glitches out because the bale is still falling and stuff. Let's see, abort. Okay, I don't want to abort it, but I'm not at risk of unloading it because it's the O key to unload. So we'll just drive up the hill, and I'll show you guys why. I actually have been thinking about it this entire episode. I think that this might actually be a really good mod because this trailer should be short enough to where it can actually fit all the bales at once into the selling point without having them glitch out, because I've had a few do that. And yeah, we'll come and I'll check the time while we're driving. Don't text and drive, kids. That's bad. This episode is about, I think it's 15 minutes in, 10 or 15. Probably call it after we sell the bales and talk about a little bit about what I plan to do now that I have haymaking equipment. But yeah, now that we have that, that's actually a really good value because that baler is inexpensive compared to most balers. We're gonna get oh, you have to actually hit it with your tractor. This wagon kind of steers awkward, but yeah, thank you. See, it barely clips through the roof, but taller ones will clip all the way through the roof. So what I'm gonna do to combat that, oh, O is lowered, okay, is we will need to buy, almost press B for the shop. We will want to buy a placeable, we'll want to buy this guy. Because what we can do is, even if we only have one of him, you can have as tall as you want of a bale trailer, but since you go up a little ramp onto the selling point, it literally just kind of all the bales will just fall one after another right into the feeder. And another thing we can do is, that's why I want a mod that can lift bales. We might look into, actually I want to bring this with me because all the haymaking equipment's still at the shop and I want to keep, oh actually I need to bale straw in a minute, so I'll just leave it up here. Yeah, what I want to do is put it right there, and then have a conveyor belt like either this guy or one of those telehandler ones, and then use that chute, to offload bales into the straw power plant. So basically, we could have like 5 stacks of bales and just, like, I don't know, it'd be a pain, but we could restack them by letting the machine pick up the stack by loading all the bales one after another, and then we could just do that. And if you don't know what I mean, it's fine, I'll probably show you sometime. Basically, it's stocking up bales for a rainy day and then having a system that once you unload the bales close enough to it, it'll automatically, unload all of them in one place. Pretty nice system to have in place, actually. Now we'll come over here. So yeah, I actually like this. I think that for 5 pieces of equipment, spending, let's see if it's still on record or if the finances have been, yeah, the finances have been renewed, because I know we spent more than $10,000 on new equipment. But yeah, now, no, that's a glitch. Oh, I was hoping that it didn't have direction specific things on it, so when I park this I gotta remember the clip is kind of direction specific, because you see it has to be like that, and I stopped, I think. Yeah, I stopped and it rotated because I was going like this. Yeah, see what it did there? Because unlike most of these, it doesn't have like a little automatic brake thing that comes out to hold up the equipment after you release it. We'll move this. So yeah, I think what I'll do is whenever I have time, probably won't do it on camera unless I do like a little time lapse or something. Probably off camera or possibly on camera, maybe I will do a bunch of haymaking. And yeah, we can then use that money for stuff that we need to be doing, like new implements and stuff. Because the thing about this game is, honestly, I've been looking at the sizes of the fields, and I don't think it would actually be worth it to buy a new field without having upgraded most other equipment. Because the thing about it is, if you don't have a big enough combine, you're going to waste a lot of time derping around in your new field. But if you can get a combine to where you can keep and harvest like under an hour with the 3 fields you have, you probably need another field, because the thing about it is, the harvests should be the longest part of this game. Because when I say harvest, I am encompassing like it including replanting, baling if you're baling, and that stuff. But yeah, anyway, I'll talk more about that in the next episode. I think I'm gonna harvest this wheat off camera just because my computer's been acting really weird, and I don't wanna push it over the limits by having it running fraps for very long. Like, if I do a time lapse, basically my computer has to sit and run with fraps in the background while it's running Farming Simulator, which is pretty intense on it enough. And I'm pretty sure that'd not be good for my computer. But yeah, we didn't. I wonder, can I tell how much I made? I think we made $220 from that bale, because I can't think of anything else right off the top of my head that goes to other income. So yeah, what I'll do is harvest off camera. Probably have to sell that load of potatoes I loaded after all, just in case, so I don't run out of money. And then yeah, next episode we'll figure out something to do. I think we'll try upgrading. No, fertilizer's okay. We might start trying to either get into forestry or saving up enough to, get a new combine, because we've had this combine for quite a while. It's nice, but let's admit it. I think in the mods category I have a John Deere that's about the same size and price, but it's got a little more capacity than it though. Yeah, these are modified. Thought I did at least. Maybe I don't. Yeah, I think this is the one I was thinking of. One of these two. Or maybe this guy for corn. We could possibly do that. Also got this header. But yeah, we got options to grow into. We'll consider them in the next episode though. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next episode. Wait a second, did it just have a telehandler in harvesters? 62,000. Oh, it's a chopper, that's why. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. My name has been the Radman, and I will see you in the next episode of Farming Simulator. Goodbye.